Good evening. All World Stage welcomes you once again to the weekly underground show, New Wave Theater, a series dedicated to the real meaning of music as an art form currently existing under the banner known as New Wave. And now, here's your delightful host and guide, the charming and witty Peter Ivers.
Hi, welcome to New Wave Theater. Have you noticed people are talking about death more than ever before? And black humor, once the avant-garde, is now totally accepted as the language of the times. It was called black because it had a negative attitude towards life, and today what once was negative is positive, even inspiring. Death fascination, a byproduct of increased awareness in a reckless and headstrong techno-society, has swept the nation. Being one step ahead of the Grim Reaper is the 80s version of keeping up with the Joneses. Life has become for most a deadly combat without scruples, since most moralities and ideologies have all but vanished. Politics, once defined as the science or art of organizing our relationships for the evolution of society, has practically taken over the human spirit and become nothing more than a senseless struggle for power. Culture has taken a back seat to the conquest of the planet and its riches. This is unfortunate because culture, of which art and music are a major part, is the expression of our continuity and our time-space identity passed down through the ages, through art and tradition. Man cannot escape the question of his ultimate meaning and fate, and no matter what he may do to avoid or hide, it's always there, waiting to be met. People need to believe humanity has a future, and there can be no future without culture. Those who understand art and its meaning have a responsibility to share their view with the world, and in so doing may lessen confusion and bring humankind closer to perfect peace, profound. Now I'm going to present to you a band who talks about ultimate reality. What the show is about, the truth of the world today, the clients, and the threat.
Watching the news, it doesn't take a genius to see we're going right down the tubes. You say you really don't care, you'd rather be unaware that it's the end of Western civilization. Can't you see that I'm right? We're gonna lose our place as a powerful nation if we don't start the fight. Fight! Don't stick your head in the sand and think that it'll all go away. 'Cause problems, well, they solve themselves. They just get worse every day. Now this could be our last chance, but everyone's in a trance, and it's the end of Western civilization. Won't you lend us your hand? We're gonna lose our place as a powerful nation. Time to make our stand. Go to the meek. Now they're all saying that we're getting too weak, and we have no guts to show that our defenses are low. I hope to hell that they're wrong. We gotta prove that we're strong, or it's the end of Western civilization. Don't run from the facts. We're gonna lose our place as a powerful nation. The knife's at our backs, but it's the end of Western civilization. Can't you see that it's true? We're gonna lose our place as a powerful nation. It's all up to you. Yeah, you! But it's the end. It's the end. It's the civilization. It's the end. It's the end of Western civilization. It's the end. It's the end. It's the end of Western civilization.
The end of Western civilization. I thought you told me to do it.
I got 6,000 me told.
Here I am with the clients. Alan, Dave, Paul, and Chris. And these guys have very strong opinions. As you may have noticed, the lyrics talk about the coming end of Western civilization. As I understand it, the title of the song is The Threat. And is it really a threat or a warning, this song?
I think it would be rather obvious to anyone with any intelligence that this country is quite threatened at the moment, and if we don't start doing something about it, you know, I mean, we're all going to be drinking vodka.
That sounds very reactionary, almost Republican.
I am a Republican. This song was originally supposed to be for a George Bush fundraiser, but he's already out, so it's a little too late, so, you know, we might as well publish it anyway.
And who are you supporting now?
Well, as opposed to a peanut farmer, I'm afraid I'd have to go with Ronald Reagan. I mean, what I'd really like to do, I'd like to see, you know, seeing as how they're both such reactionary rednecks, I'd like to see Carter and Reagan have like a 6-gun shootout on Pennsylvania Avenue instead of an election. Because,
Okay.
you know, we're going to lose anyway.
All right, now you're doing rock and roll, new wave, which is art. How does art fit into this growing concept of the changing world?
Well, I don't know about art much. You know, I'm just a rock and roll musician. I don't know much about art, but all I want to say is that, you know, it's time to get the little girls off the Quaaludes and get them on the streets with black armbands, you know. Let's get some change in this country.
And in the world. Who among you is innocent? Here's a band that puts responsibility where it belongs. Forbidden Colors, Crime of Passion.
To the ground.
We're bringing you some potent rock. These guys go all out for their music. They got on a bus with the entire citizenry of their state. They came down here to play I Don't Care and the Rock King, USA!
Make up your mind, I don't care. If you're in the time, I don't care. Cause we're in the space, I don't care. Oh, to slap your face, cause we don't care, I don't care. Make up your mind, I don't care. If you cut your hair, I don't care. About what you wear, I don't care. How you cut your hair, we don't care, I don't care. Take it out. Eat your Rolling Stones. Think of the people with only the bones to pick. No means of expression. See the people like the Lord in a vein. They let the media pump their brain like a heart. Turn this around with a rock and roll. Rock and roll is king. Maybe the greatest thing there's ever been on the earth. King you'll ever see on the earth. Are you aware it's a vicious square? We need this to ride the sound, to set the world up spin again like a balance wheel, smoothly shining. All the people all around the world need rock and roll to set their words to the wind, but they're those without that freedom. Where would we be without rock and roll? Let's find out. We'll give them a call. To all of our friends not so far away. Stand up today, you got something to say. Hey! Today you got something to say. Hey! Rock and roll is king. Maybe the greatest thing that's ever been on the earth. On the earth. Rock and roll is king. Maybe the last king you'll ever see on the earth. Rock and roll is king. Maybe the last king you'll ever see on the earth. USA! USA! Yeah! Here we are with USA. I want to introduce you to the functions of the band here. Sam, Joe, and Alan. And this large mass of people behind me is something we haven't seen before. These guys came down from San Francisco. Their entire road crew, families, and everybody else piled in the bus, and they drove down the coast, and these guys stand behind them. Yeah. Hey, Sam, what a team. You guys look like a psychedelic band from the 60s.
We are. We're casualties, not as decasualties.
We're the original long hairs, or we're the last remaining long hairs.
That's it.
Well, then how do you call yourselves New Wave, which I understand you do?
No, we call ourselves potent American rockers, because that's what we're bringing back to the world.
Also, we feel that we are the new wave.
Just by your age?
No, there's new wave. There's new wave music, but, you know, we don't categorize ourselves in anything. It's just, you know.
All right. You call yourselves USA. Do you feel any sense of responsibility towards the country?
Just to let people know that we're concerned with living, not dying.
For everybody.
Okay, what's the meaning of life, Alan?
Lots and lots and lots and lots of sex.
Which is one of the vibrant lower chakras that urge us on through the century. What about the fact that the future seems to be so uncertain now? It doesn't seem to have affected your energy, your hope for the future, your optimism.
It's affected our energy. It's got us really energetic toward, you know, taking care of stuff.
Because now is the time to act?
Right.
Things may be uncertain in the future, so we got to make things certain now. So we're just living.
Are you old enough to feel pain?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
My knees hurt right now, man, my knees.
Here's a band that have exhausted every supply and source of human background. USA! Let's rock with them. Here's a band who's been on the show before and whose existential leanings have gotten them to a massive universal trouble. Cosmic Overman. Zeitgeist. Thanks, number one fan.
In the dark, finding some things, my eyes without sockets, my hands on the door. Bump into Geist, lump into time. Lost in the calm. Moving through mire, can the answers be seen? Are the questions unasked? Are we here? Bump into Geist, lump into time. Thick is the black, lost in the calm. I wrote my name down in the waves on the sea. Bump into Geist, lump into time. Thick is the black, lost in the calm. Drifting along through eternity's wake, I opened the door, but my face wasn't there. Bump into Geist, lump into time. Thick is the black, lost in the calm.
We're going to go into another world now with Overman. And as I look at them strewn before me like this, I think that maybe we're entering the rock band in a molecule. Hey, Russell, what does Zeitgeist mean?
Zeitgeist is a German word meaning the spirit of the times. Every time has a certain spirit, a certain environmental training which the people in it undergo, and thus the people within a certain age have similar traits and similar spirit, so to speak. It came up in Vienna when there was a certain time when Freud and Schoenberg and a lot of great thinkers were in the same place at the same time, and they believed a lot of the reason for this was the environment that they were in.
I see. And by that, you guys are an expression of the times today? I'm going to ask Lampron.
I would say so, yes.
You want to talk at all about what it means to live in a world of jungle gyms and yellow and black cones?
Well, it's quite fascinating, actually. It's a titch out of the ordinary, so...
What do you actually think about?
Well, see, I'm not capable of thinking too much, so I just bang on the drums.
Like the tin drum and the Conan drum, we bring you Overman. We've had great response from our viewers, and I'm delighted to say we're really getting some people off. In fact, I'm going to read a letter that came yesterday with no stamp on it. Dear Peter, we have been watching New Wave Theater on our spacecraft monitor since the show began. We wish you a happy 10th anniversary. Although your show is at this writing only cable casting locally on Earth, we are receiving a good clear signal from 300 miles out in space. How come we don't find Hollywood on any LA street map? I'm sure you will be pleased to know that we are beaming your show back to our home planet, Arcturus. The people of Earth should be proud of you for presenting such an illuminating show, for it will no doubt shorten the time we feel it necessary to wait before an official Earth landing. I'm sure you'll be happy to know we anticipate this event in your year 2300. Perhaps we'll meet then. Sincerely, unsigned. We interpret this letter as a support for New Wave Theater's ideal of freedom and truth through music, and its goal of redefining the meaning of art for today's less-than-human masses so they can once again understand the reason and necessity of art, of today's music as art. There should be grave concern felt about all that we and our children are being cunningly deprived of in the realm of vital inner resources, which we can so ill afford to lose contact with. If our basic beliefs are being systematically taken away from us, while our true traditions are being sabotaged, it's high time we find out just why and who is responsible. And the first place we must look is at ourselves. On behalf of our producer, All World Stage, this is your special friend, Peter Ivers, wishing you happy trails till next week. Bye.
You have been watching New Wave Theater, a satellite production of All World Stage, recorded live at the Paradise Studio in Burbank. Directed by D. Joe, written by D. Joe Beneddo, production supervisor George Cook, editing D. Joe, editing engineer Michael Johnstone, post-production supervisor, special effects Michael Johnstone, video operator Tom Kemp, video control Kim Norwood, sound by Steve Ripley, Stan Endersby, Nolan O'Boyle, Marcy Weinberg, and Sue Kitt. Camera operators Takashi Kimi, D. Joe, Michael Johnstone, Bob Bechtold, Ed Springer, and Orlando. Talent coordination, Do Monkey Production, floor manager Richard Skidmore. Lighting Tim Sassoon and Michael Moore, production assistant Stan Sullivan, Tim Sassoon, Marcy Weinberg, and Tequila Mockingbird. The producer wishes to thank Leon Russell, Jimmy Mayweather, Isao Shinagawa, Fast Forward, Audio Videocraft, The Ghost Hosts, Bands, and Management. New Wave Theater is a registered name, copyright 1980, All World Stage. This is your Freedom Spy announcer, Happy Gloman, wishing you a restless good night and a speedy termination.